Stampers, it's Gigi with StampFUNatics, and today I have another wonderful technique for you on our Technique Tuesday. Today we're going to be doing some heat and stick embossing, and I want to show you, if I can get it in the light, let's see, if you can see the sparkle in our flowers on the card. It just brings a little bling, which is really pretty, and that's what I'm going to show you today is how to do this technique. So what you're going to need today, and what we're going to be using is, on the flowers, we're going to use the Love and Affections stamp set. And we're going to use this flower, and we're going to use the center right there. And then we're also going to be using a piece of black cardstock that measures 8 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I scored it at 4 1/4 in the middle so that we can just give it a nice crisp edge. Okay, and then you're going to need a piece of Bermuda Bay, which this is from our Brights collection. It has, you know, 2 different types of prints on the paper, and this particular color is our Bermuda Bay. So we're going to need a piece of that, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. You're also going to need another piece of our black cardstock, and this strip is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then a white piece of cardstock that is just 2 by 4. And then we'll also have a strip of just Bermuda Bay cardstock, and this strip is only 3/4 wide and 5 1/4 on the length. And the powders that we're going to be using, this is the heat and stick powder that we're going to use to get it tacky, and then we're going to use the dazzling diamonds to really sparkle it out. So let's get started. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is, let's just get our card ready. And before I put this down, I forgot one more thing. We're going to use some white baker's twine. I'm just going to wrap it around this part of the card. I don't really like it showing on the inside of the card, so I'm going to kind of do this first. And I'm just going to kind of measure a piece out. Get my good scissors. Let's do it a little bit longer than we'll need. And I'm just going to tie it around this bottom quarter of the card. And I think what I like to do with this is tie it in a knot first to get it a little tighter. And then I'll tie my bow. Okay. Get that going a little bit, maybe a little smaller. Just cut that. Okay, and then I'm ready to stick this down on my card. So I'm just going to use a little snail. I'll just kind of go over it too to hold that little piece there. And the same thing over here. The next thing I'm going to do is take our little strip of Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to take our black Memento ink, and just going to ink up our thing. I thought this one was nice. It's just sending a smile your way for when you just don't really have an occasion, but maybe you want to say hi and reach out to someone. And then we can go ahead and attach that to our card with some snail too. And I'm just going to take it and put it right above my twine. I'm going to use it as a little guideline. That way our bow will be right below it. Okay. I'm going to put that off to the side. I'm going to bring in our piece of paper, and this is what we're going to do to get started. I'm going to take out my Bermuda Bay ink pad, and I'm going to get ready with my heat and stick. And I'm just going to have a little Tupperware with a spoon with my heat and stick. And then I'm also going to have another little Tupperware container. You can use whatever you have. And I'm going to be using my Dazzling Diamonds for that. The two stamps, like I said, are this flower and this one. And I'm just going to randomly stamp them. So let me get a little piece of paper. Okay, that's better. I'm going to get my Versamark, and what you want to remember now is to stamp with the Versamark first and then with your stamp pad. Otherwise, the ink is going to get all over your Versamark, and you really don't want that. So I'm going to take the bigger flower first. I'm just going to ink it up with my Versamark, and then ink it up with my ink, and go ahead and stamp. Make sure you clean it in between. Again, I have a clean stamp. I'm going to ink it up and then go off a little bit. That's why I wanted a paper so I don't mess up everything. Clean it again. Ink up your Versamark. Ink up your stamp. Maybe let's do another one over there. And now I'm going to come in with the smaller one, and I'm going to ink up Versamark and my ink, and I'm going to stamp the inside of my flower. I'm going to have to do this process pretty quickly because we don't want the Versamark to dry because we want to be able to heat set that. And I think I'm just going to come in and stamp maybe a flower there. And I think that's enough. I think I'd like to add one more just to kind of put it out there on the edge. Okay, and now we're going to get our heat and seal on here while it's still pretty wet. We're just going to sprinkle it all over. And then we're only going to heat it until it's tacky looking. I don't want to do it too long because then it could dry. And I'm also going to close up my powder so nothing flies around. And let me close up some of my inks real quick. And I'll get my heat gun. Okay, we're just going to do the heat gun real quick. Then we want to take our glitter while it's tacky. We're going to use our Dazzling Diamonds. Just kind of pour that over. Looks pretty good. Again, close up your glitter so things don't go flying. And let's go ahead and dry that. You'll be able to see when the glitter looks like it's part of it now. I usually take, let me get this real quick, just a little brush and brush off the excess. And I'm going to take my piece, get a little snail. This time I'm going to put it on the black piece though, because I really don't want to turn my piece upside down until that really dries well. We'll just add that on. Oops. Get that even there. Okay. And then we have our card that we're just going to go ahead and put this on, and we're going to bring it up a little bit with dimensionals to make it look a little cuter. Okay, I'm just going to kind of balance it out like that with my dimensionals. And then I think we'll just put it on here, bring it in a little bit, sort of like that. And there you have it. So we have 2 sparkling cards. It's just a pretty way to kind of bling up a card without having to use your dimensional, your diamonds or rhinestones or pearls or things, and you can just do it with a heating stick. It's a fun process, it's easy, it's fast, and I hope you'll try it. Thanks for joining us today at StampFUNatics, and if you need information and directions about what I used, you can check my blog, StampFUNatics.com, and hope you have a great day. Thank you.